All right, guys. This actually looks interesting. It's got a really big actor. The biggest actor, by the way, like the highest paid actor that was part of the Lord of the Rings series, by the way, just so you know. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Andy Serkis was paid more money than anyone else to be an actor in the Lord of the Rings franchise because he had to play Gollum, and that was like extremely difficult. It really was, and he earned that for sure. Yeah, so if you knew that, talk to me about it in the comments down below. All right, so Andy Serkis is in it. This looks like it's going to be fun, guys. Let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for Young Washington. Official teaser in theaters July 3rd. Angel and Wonder Project. Coming at us from Angel. Now, this is, my understanding is that it's a Christian-owned company, but it is not a Christian. It doesn't just make faith-based films, is my understanding. They just make films that they feel are like more reflective of either their values or probably more accurately, my understanding is that their goal is to make movies that are not really actually reflective of political crap, and it's just good stories about heroes facing adversity and whatever, and you know what. And I like that. I like that. I like basic, back to basic stories about heroes facing adversity, winning out in the end, and doing what's right, and not being bad people. And I don't want deconstructionalism where it's like all these things that you ever liked that were good, we're going to show you how they're actually bad. Screw that. Screw that. I like the traditional story with a good hero's journey archetype. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Anyway, with the Google Chrome extension, we can see that it's got 404,000 views, 18,000 likes, and 310 dislikes. We are going to like the trailer as we do with all trailers that we react to, except for mobile game trailers. We hate those, so we give them a dislike. Here's the description. Fall in love with America again. Hoorah, right? That's the Marines, actually. I say hua, which is the Army. Before we had a revolution, we survived one. The origin story of America's first leader from John Irwin, director of Jesus Revolution, I Can Only Imagine, and House of David, comes up. By the way, House of David is very good. Even if you're not religious or whatever, House of David is actually really good. Me and my wife and I watched that. It was really good. So anyway, it comes a powerful new historical epic based on the true story that shaped the nation. Introducing these people, Andy Serkis, with breathtaking cinematography, gripping drama, and historical intensity, this new film reveals the untold struggle that would change the fate of the world forever. That's true. We do not have enough information, like movies and stuff, about George Washington. We definitely should. Let me know what you guys think. Should we have more movies about George Washington? Are you going to see this movie about George Washington? Let me know in the comment section down below. The other thing is, I wanted to emphasize this. So apparently John Irwin, who I'm not really familiar with, he made House of David. House of David is so good, guys. The first season is on Amazon Prime. It's a show. It is very good. Go check it out. Even if you're not religious, I mean, come on. You really can't appreciate the story of a young man facing a giant and winning, you know. It's a good story. It's got good acting, good writing, good production all around. So if you've already seen it, let me know about it in the comment section down below. Otherwise, go see it and then come back and let me know about it in the comment section down below. So, all right. Let's check this one out, though. We've got a 1 minute and 46 second trailer. I hope that you're ready. Here we go.
What happened, Washington? Are those bullet holes in your jacket?
Another thing.
How are you alive? We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, one thing that you have to realize, by the way, is that George Washington was the first celebrity especially in America, when they were writing the Declaration of Independence, and when they were writing the Constitution, they all came together, and all these guys were like talking, and they're trying to figure out what exactly is going to be in the Constitution, and then they heard loud cries from outside, whoa, clapping and all this stuff, and they looked at each other. I can't remember exactly who said it, but one of the people turned to another guy and said, "Washington has arrived." That's how famous and amazing George Washington was. He was the first frickin' superhero. His life was a superhero movie. Yeah, really. George Washington was the first celebrity. He was such a big deal in his time. He's still such a big deal now, but you know what I'm saying. Another thing is that they made literally legends about this guy. They literally said in writings and stuff that George Washington would charge into battle on a horse with a sword, and bullets refused to touch him. Imagine, even if that's true or not true or whatever, imagine being to the point where soldiers, men who fought in battles, truly battle-hardened soldiers, think of you in their mind and are inspired and literally are like, bullets refuse to touch this man. I want to be like George Washington. That's how awesome George Washington was. And stuff like movies and video games didn't exist back then where people could see stuff like that on a screen. So this was like literally the inspiration for these people. It's an amazing thing. His life is so freaking awesome. It literally does fill you with awe. So anyway, continuing on. Sorry about that. I love the idea of this. This is so cool. He learned in the French and Indian War.
You are not British, yet they send you to speak for them. So
Yeah.
that when you fail, they'll have someone to blame.
Maybe, or maybe it's just that he's really good at killing people.
You lost in the new world.
Who does own this land, if not the one who has the will to tame it?
Yeah. See, this is the French and Indian War.
You do not want to start a war. What do we do? Fight!
Heck yeah. Kelsey Grammer. Wow, they got a bunch of good actors. Seriously, look at this. These actually are. So this is a smaller production company. This is one of those, again, like those conservative, traditional values type of production company. Often they're considered, they make a lot of faith-based films. This has got some really good actors in it, though. So, heck yeah. And it's releasing on Independence Day because it's about George Washington. You guys don't understand this. I'm sorry. I get emotional. I love my country. I love America. I served in the military. These are the types of stories that people need to be raised with. People used to, when they would have the Pledge of Allegiance and they would play the Pledge of Allegiance, people used to stand up, put their hands over their hearts and cry because they remembered what it was like to fight in World War II and to fight for their nation. And they remembered what it was like, even if they didn't fight, they remembered what it was like to go through those times and have their family members go and fight. And people used to really love America, and they need to again. Diversity isn't our strength. Unity is. I'm not talking about fascism or any of that weird nationalism. I'm just talking about people of all races, all colors, all religions, every creed and all of that coming together, unified for America, for the country they live in, and trying to do the best for each other. That is our strength. Anyway, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. All right, let's continue on. Witness the beginning
What are you called?
of his rebellion.
My name is George Washington.
That's really cool. July 3rd.
Let's make this the #1 movie on America's 250th. Pre-order tickets at angel.com/250. Exclusively in theaters. It's July 3rd.
All right. I love it. I might actually go see this. I usually have to I usually really do have to be quite selective in the movies that I watch, but I might actually go see this because this is a great story. Like I said, it's not about socialism or fascism or conservatism or being a liberal or communism or if I already said nationalism, fascism. It's not about any of that. It's about this great nation that accepts all people, the best and the brightest from every nation or creed or color or religion or any identifier. And we come together as a unified people in freedom. And this is where it all started. This guy could have been the king. He was offered the position of king, and he said, no, I won't be the king, but I'll preside over Congress. I will be the president. What a great man, right? What a great man. All right. Let's see what the comments say. Can't wait for him to drive into battle with a Dodge Charger 1. Challenger. What the? I can't remember. George Washington. George Washington. Dodge Challenger. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. I remember this. That's so good. That's so good. Okay. Really, really hope this movie highlights the letter Washington wrote to his family, where he stated, by all the power dispensations of Providence, I have been protected beyond all human probability and expectation. I'm telling you, bullets refuse to touch this man. Yeah. Along with that, what the Indian chief had told Washington 15 years later after the battle, I have traveled a long and weary path that I might see the young warrior of the great battle. I've come to pay homage to the man who is the particular favorite of heaven and who can never die in battle. I am telling you, people, George Washington was the first celebrity. He was the first superhero. He was the first American superhero. People wrote legends about this guy. They said, bullets refuse to touch this man. It is truly amazing, his life, and we do not get enough movies about him. Yeah. Let me know any interesting facts that you know about George Washington in the comments, guys. Yeah. All right, let's see. Any other people are really... we need more movies from this time period, yes. The Patriot cannot be the last big one. I cannot wait until July 3rd to watch this epic film. This is going to be good, guys. Go check it out. July 3rd in theaters. But otherwise, let's move on to the next one. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord where you can voice chat with me while I live stream and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after-action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.